Get Right or Get Left is such a fun song. It's got a lot of attitude and a lot of sass and assertiveness. And I think that's a part of my personality that's probably the smallest part. And it's basically just about two people in a relationship, and the guy is just not doing what he needs to do to stay in it. And he doesn't really seem to care. And so she's telling him, you know, you're doing all these things wrong, and you don't even care about it. And I keep telling you, and I keep telling you, and one of these times I'm really going to walk out. And then eventually she finally does. She finally gets up the guts to do it and just leaves. I had a great time shooting the video for Get Right or Get Left. Every time I do a video, I feel like I want to grow and be more comfortable in front of the camera. And so this video really allowed me to be able to do that. You got to see some of my personality as far as the performance shots, but then I was also able to do some light acting in some of the vignettes, so that was a lot of fun as well. And I think it all comes together when you have a great team of people. I had a great director, Mark Nicolosi, who did a great job directing me and giving me lots of direction and how he wanted it to look, but also allowing it to be me. And so when you're comfortable, you're going to obviously have your best performance show through. I also love the visual effect of me being on stage in performance mode. And then in the vignettes, you see me as like a regular everyday housewife telling the man in the story, you know, you've got to do these things the right way or I'm going to leave. And in the background, you see me in full-on performance mode. So I think the visual effect of that was very stunning, and it was something very creative that you don't see very often in a video.
Things have got to change, 'cause I need some peace of mind. Gotta see things my way, and you better get it right, or you're gonna get left behind.
Making this album was a great experience for me, not only because I had really put a lot of heart and soul into the lyrics, into the music, and to the songs. My first album was done in Oklahoma City, and we brought the musicians in, and this time I was able to go to the source and go to Nashville and work with Julian King again.
Shawna and Cliff reached out to me and Tim, and they decided they want to work on a second record, and we're going to actually do it here in Nashville, and we're going to record it here at Loud Recording.
That was a great experience because he makes me feel very confident in the vocal booth. And he's one of those guys that he's ready to go. As soon as you get in, you know, he's got the red light on, ready to record. So you have to be on your toes.
I wish I could say that I had to do a lot of work and a lot of coaching with her to get her to sing the way that she did, but she just, you know, has so much energy and passion in what she does that just comes right out of her mouth.
I was also happy to work with some of the greatest musicians in this town. And it's amazing when you come into a studio and you have ideas about a song, and then because they're such great musicians, they can take it to a different level. And it causes you to bring your game up as well, because you don't want to be the weakest link. My dad's a great guitar player, and usually when we write songs, we write around a riff that he's come up with. And so one day we met at my cabin to do a songwriting session, and he just started playing this little riff, and so we got to talking about ideas and thinking about, you know, what does the song sound like, and I kind of said, well, you know, it kind of sounds like a party song, and so well, what if we just called it that? What if we called it Sounds Like a Party to Me, because we can just talk about, you know, all the things you would do that day, everything that had to be just right in order to have a great time with a bunch of your friends. And so it's kind of a lighthearted, kind of throwback retro sound that came out of it, and I think it's just a lot of fun to do. It's a really kind of fun summer song.
Yeah, it sounds like a party, so let's get it started. The tops are popping, and the whole place is hopping. Right now this is the place to be, 'cause it sounds like a party to me.
The reason that Jeremiah was such a special song is because it ended up being such a surprise. It was a song that I had written about a year and a half prior to starting this project. And it was a song that wasn't really what I thought to be my style. I had written it on the way home from a gig one night at 2:30 in the morning, and I wrote it down on a piece of notebook paper and then kind of shoved it in a drawer.
So we caught Shawna by surprise a little bit, because our day of tracking was pretty productive. And we got towards the end of the session, and we still had a little time left with the musicians, and it came to light that she had another song that she was kind of holding back on.
My manager, Cliff, said, you know, is there anything else that you have in mind? And I said, well, actually, I just completed the bridge on a song that I'd written about a year and a half ago, and it might be something that would fit on this album. And so I sat down in the studio with all of the musicians around me and played it for them, and they charted it out, and we had time to finish it, and it turned out great, and so it made it on the album.
It was not long ago you lost everything you loved, and in the ray of hope was smothered by the falling snow. But still you pressed on like a soldier gone to war, preparing for the battle. Oh, and the higher you climb, oh, the less it goes away. Oh, you'll never leave it all behind. You should know that you can outrun the pain. Oh, Jeremiah.
I started performing at the Oklahoma Opry in Oklahoma City when I was around 9 years old, and it was just a real wholesome, family-friendly venue. It was in an old theater, and just about anyone could show up and attend a show. So my parents thought that would be a great way for me to get experience performing in front of a live audience with a live band.
Well, love me, if you ever gonna love me. I never have seen a road too rough to ride. 'Cause I'll be there, ready and waiting. There won't be any hesitation. I'll be there if you ever want me by your side. Thank you.
I remember at one point when we got started in the beginning of the show, the band kicked off the song, and I knew that it wasn't in the right key, and so I turned to the guitar player and I said, "This isn't in the right key. We're going to have to start all over." And he was kind of fumbling through it and looking at his charts and making sure that this really wasn't in the right key. And once he finally realized that it wasn't, they shut the whole thing down, and we started again from scratch. And so I just knew that there was something in me that knew music, and I knew that was going to be the path that I would eventually take as my career. My fans are very special to me, of course. Without fans, you don't have an audience. You just never know how you're going to be able to affect someone's life just through, a 3-minute song, and how you're going to be able to connect with them on an emotional level in such a short period of time. I'm always happy to stay as long as I can after shows and meet each and every one of them and take pictures and sign autographs, because I know that those are going to be lasting relationships, and I want them to continue to grow with me as I grow as an artist. I'm very happy to be an independent artist just because it offers me a lot of flexibility and creativity in my own career. I have a hand in everything that happens. So when you buy a product that's got my name on it, you're getting a genuine article. You're getting 100% of me, because I've been able to be a part of every single thing that has gone into making that album or that video. I think that as an independent artist, my roots really go deep. I think that's part of the great thing about my career, is that I've kind of organically been able to grow my fan base one show at a time. And so it never ceases to amaze me the fact that I may play 4 shows a week at Billy Bob's, and people will come back every night. The stakes are high in the music business, and it means that everyone has to work so hard together. And so, being a part of my record label also affords me the chance to know that the team is all working together as a unit. We all have to give 100% on our end in order for it to work. And so it makes the rewards even that much greater, because you know that you've put 110% of your effort into something. And so when it works, it's really pretty magical.